Hey guys, it's Alexa with another SG video update. So first thing on the list is we have June's activity check. I'm going to be doing the activity checks every month now. I'm trying to be consistent as well as with like my seasons and stuff. So, the link is down below so you guys can, all the instructions are on there, so you make sure you guys post and tell us if you're active. If there's any complications, always, always, you can tell an admin or post in the absence explaining why you're not going to be around, and probably also add which characters will be affected by this. So that's the first thing. Along with activity, which is very, very low. I know it's summer, and I know some of you may be taking summer classes at a community college, myself included, but please try and, find a little bit of time to maybe post something or start a new topic, and whether it's open to everybody or, well, to anyone, or you tag somebody in it. Posting is really, really good for, activity, and it'll get you guys, kind of stick around with what's happening around you, because when you're online, you'll be able to kind of look at other people's forums and say, oh, that's what's going on with these people, and oh, I wonder if I can join in with the plotting of whatever's going on here. So that's always good. And make sure you post in the activity check. The next thing is, I'm going to reiterate this, I need you guys, really, really need you guys to post in the Who's Who directory, because no one, aside from like 3 members, have actually posted there, and this is to help us know who's who and which character belongs to who. Right? Yeah. And the other thing is the face claim. Admins are not required to go through applications and, claim your celebrity for you. So you gotta make sure you go into that and post there. Also, on the topic of this kind of I need you to post list, we have a new list up called the birthday and occupation list. This is mostly for admins, but it can also be helpful for you if you don't remember your character's birthday or occupation, or if someone doesn't remember or you'd like change it and all that jazz. Because I haven't done this to all the characters yet, but I am in the process of putting in this new member title system, which is you have the alias, which is the member name. So like for me, it'd be Alexa. And then you have the character's occupation. And if I'm going with Alexa Callahan, my main character, I put mother, because she doesn't really have a job. She essentially is a stay-at-home mom, which does count as an occupation. And then we have the age. So if you had seen the member title last month, it would have said 24, because when I created Alexa for the SG 2.0, Alexa's age in November 2011 was 24. She was 24. It is June, specifically towards the end of June. Alexa's birthday is in the middle of June, so because of that, I have been able to change, because the month, we do this by the month. Because we are in June, I changed Alexa's birthday to 25. So that's what we're going to be doing. So what we need is, on the birthday list, you'll find the code. It'll ask for your character's name, their birthday, and it'll be, the month in words, in letters actually, and the date and the year. So that way we know specifically how old they are. And then we'll be able to change it when that month comes around. And then the occupation. I know a lot of people, characters don't have steady jobs, so they might change, at different times. So, or when something big really happens, they might change their occupation as well. So this is to help track people's occupations. This is not a claim, really. This is really for a list for yourself other members and mainly the admins who are going to be adjusting the member titles using this. So that's that. On the topic of lists, we have a new list up. It's called the Nix position list. You'll find it in the character creation section. And this list is essentially for Nix members and potential Nix members. So you'll notice on the list already at the very bottom in the other section, I believe, you'll find a name under, you'll find like info scout, and there'll be a 3, which means, I think there's a 3. If not, well, that means there can be any amount of info scouts, or information gatherer is actually the term. So you'll see information gatherer, possibly a number, and then the name of the character. And then you'll see mind alterer is already taken. So there are certain jobs. If there's no number on it, it's typically one person only, unless it's in the other section, which means it's miscellaneous jobs, essentially. Now, we can always add to this list. We have a suggestion for us to add certain positions in Nix. Go ahead and, inform an admin. Or you can post in the Nix positions list as well. But what I decided with Sophia's consultation, because she did create Nix, was for the heads of the departments, as well as the group of leaders, there's 4 leaders, we are requiring auditions. Now what this means is if you want to create the leader of Nix or a head scientist in Nix, what you're going to have to do is register your character, but before you put up an application, you are required to send an audition to myself and the 2 other admins, Maddie and Sophia. This audition is essentially a roleplay sample of this character that you want to have a certain position. So, let's say, I don't know, Cal creates some wickedly awesome character and he wants the character to be one of the leaders of Nix. What he would have to do is, go through, he has to obviously register the character, otherwise he can't PM the admins. And before he, filled out the whole application, he would have to send a roleplay sample of the character and what he believed the character would do in the position he's auditioning for. So, let's say the character is he wants the character to be the leader, the head honcho of Nix. He would have to, create a roleplay sample of that character as the leader of Nix, and then then Kyle would have to send out that audition to myself, Sophia, and Maddie, and then we would all look at it, and then we would all essentially confer with each other and judge the roleplay sample, and then decide whether or not that character is appropriate for that position. That does not mean that we are denying the character itself. We're just saying that that character we do not believe is right for that position, that specific position. So you can still create the character. You just can't. He or she just can't have the that position you auditioned for if you are denied it. If you're accepted, then go ahead and create. You can add that they are this position into their application, and their history, obviously. For other smaller positions like lab scientists, information gatherers, spies, I think there's a technician or 2. You don't have to audition for those. Now there might be a single person position that does not if you're unsure if that is a more than one position or a single person position, you can just post there with the question or PM an admin as well. But it won't require a audition. Auditions are required for the leaders and the heads of the department. And the way you tell head of department is they'll say head. They'll say head next to it. It'll say like head healer or head scientist. I'll probably actually add the ones next to certain positions. That way it actually won't confuse anyone. So that's it for the lists, all the lists. The next thing, I still have the resistance insignia poll going on, so make sure you vote in that, so that way I can set up the resistance insignia contest to go along with the Nyx insignia contest, which we are still working on some background info on Nyx that's vague enough that we can use for the contest itself. We need more Nyx characters because Sophia and I are kind of trying to plan out a site-wide plot, which is essentially the first role-played battle between Resistance and Nyx. Battle, or a few battles. I would probably say the Nyx versus Resistance plot is what's going to happen probably in a few months. We'll see how that goes. And then it'll have its own little board, so when it comes up, you'll know. I'll post up another update. And last thing, I was going through a bunch of characters, and I'm looking through everyone's emails, and I realized not all the emails are actual emails that are getting the email notifications. So if you know someone who has changed their email recently or at any time and has not gone into any of their accounts and changed the email, please tell them to change at least one of their emails on one of their accounts, so that way they can get the email messages that I send out, or that another admin might send out. Alright, so that's it. Happy summer, and I hope to see you guys online a lot more. Alright, see ya!